What is up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Motor City Don P, back once again with our second UDFA video. I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. I have an extensive scouting report, so you can know everything that you need to know about Jacoby Kenny James, who is a wide receiver from UMass, who was signed by the Detroit Lions in UDFA period after the draft. Now, it's going to be a little bit longer. Got a lot of information. So if you want to hear about it all, stay tuned. If you don't want to hear about it all, this video is not for you. But I'm going to give you as much information as I can about him. You know, I had my trusty scouting department, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Motor City Cats, we're not just back at it. We didn't just come to give you stats and not static. We didn't just ask you to keep your Lions news pragmatic. We got a scouting department as well. You know what I mean? Just a little something. You know what I'm saying? Light flex, like, yeah, I'm talking about. All right, anyway. So let's start off with the introduction. All right, following the conclusion of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions moved quickly to secure talent in the undrafted free agent market, signing former University of Massachusetts wide receiver Jacoby Kenny James. Kenny James, who began his collegiate journey at Eastern Washington before a breakout graduate season with the Minutemen, presents an intriguing profile characterized by elite athletic testing and late career production surge. This report provides a comprehensive analysis of Kenny James, covering his collegiate statistics, physical attributes, athletic testing, scouting strengths and weaknesses, role at UMass, potential fit with the Detroit Lions. Now this dude is a little bit older. I mean, he started off in his college career in 2019 and ended it off in 2024. So that's 6 years. 6 years at parts of 6 years that he was there. All right, so the physical profile. So let's go with the key pro day results. So his 40-yard dash was a blazing 4.37 seconds. This time would have ranked among the top 5 fastest wide receivers at the 2025 NFL Combine. Kenny James expressed satisfaction with this result, opting not to run a second time. He described the feeling as flying and hitting his goal of breaking 4.4 seconds. Now, for those of you that are not JMO fans, he is not as fast as JMO. He is not even closely as fast as JMO. He could not beat JMO in a race. He is not here to replace JMO. He's a UDFA. Okay? All right. Vertical jump, explosive 40.5 inches. This mark would have been ranked third among wide receivers at the combine. 20-yard shuttle, exceptional 4.05 seconds. This time measuring change of direction quickness would have ranked first among all combine participants at the position. Bench press 17 reps of 2025. We don't really care too much about a wide receiver bench pressing, but you know, in the blocking game, it makes sense, right? So 17 reps of 2025 of 225. While many receivers skipped this drill, Kenny James competed, aiming for a top 3 mark among his peers, demonstrating his competitive nature. And obviously, if you can bench press a lot, you probably can block well. You can push people around. So let's look at his physical attributes. So he is 6 foot even. He weighs 191 pounds. His 40 was a 4.37. Vertical jump 40 and a half. 20-yard shuttle 4.05 seconds. Bench press 17 reps. So he's listed as 6'1" elsewhere, listed at 195 to 197 pounds elsewhere. Okay, but what we've got is 6 foot 191. So he's not very heavy at all. So his production, he started off at Eastern Washington, and it says that he's had a lengthy 6-year collegiate career spanning 2 institutions and showcasing a distinct late career emergence. He didn't do a whole lot at Eastern Washington. I think his first year he had like He played 3 games. He had 1 catch. The second year, similar. So, as his freshman year, he played 3 games. He had 1 reception for 6 yards. His redshirt freshman year, he had so I guess he had like a medical red shirt or something like that, right? He played 3 games, didn't burn his red shirt. So 6 games in his second season, 10 receptions, 125 yards, no touchdowns. The first 2 seasons. His third season, he had 12 receptions, 12 games, 17 receptions, 246 yards, 14.5 yards per reception, 3 touchdowns, and 1 rush attempt for 6 yards. His fourth year, 8 games, 18 receptions, 228 yards, 1 touchdown. His senior year, or redshirt senior year, he played 4 games. He had 4 receptions, and he got 91 yards, no touchdowns. And then, so his Eastern Washington total was 37 games, 61 receptions, 825 yards, 13 and a half yards per reception, 4 touchdowns, and 1 rushing attempt. All of this was over 5 years. Okay. So then in 2024, as a grad transfer for UMass, he played 12 games. He had 50 receptions, 839 yards, 16.8 yards per reception, 6 touchdowns. So basically, all of his UMass production or all of his Eastern Washington production was trumped by his UMass 1 year. So he did 5 years at Eastern Washington, 1 year at UMass. So I don't know. I don't know what the situation was. All right. So scouting analysis, his strengths. Elite athleticism and speed. Kenny James' profile is built upon his verified speed, 4.37 seconds, and we did all of that stuff, right? This raw athleticism provides a high ceiling for development. Big playability. His high yards per catch average 16.8 at UMass, and multiple long touchdown receptions throughout his career. 75 yards versus Georgia, 54 yards versus Montana, 64-yard touchdown versus Miami of Ohio, oh hell no, highlight his ability to be a vertical threat. Now, Johnny Morton has said that he wants the big play to be back. So this is a big play receiver, but obviously, is he going to crack the roster as a 4th wide receiver, 5th wide receiver? It remains to be seen. Obviously, he's a UDFA, so it's a long shot for him to make a team. But if he's able to make the team, it's probably going to be special teams and things of that nature. However, if he does wind up being in any games, so it's something else that we can use as far as a big play receiver. Next to J-Mo, opposite J-Mo, depending on what they want to do and how they want to deploy him. Developing route running showed promise in pro day drills with quick release and crisp cutting ability. His performance on in routes during the 2024 season was particularly noteworthy, earning a 91.5 PFF grade, catching 7 of 10 targets for 122 yards, all first downs, and ranking 3rd nationally in yards per route run, 8.71 on those specific patterns. This demonstrates an ability to create separation on intermediate routes and work effectively in space. He expressed confidence in his ability to run the full route tree. Hands catching ability. While detailed scouting notes on contested catches are sparse, his highlight reel 75-yard touchdown against Georgia, caught between 2 defenders, suggests potential in traffic. One observer noted strong hands in limited viewing, and Kenny James himself stated confidence in his ability to catch any ball. Competitiveness and work ethic. His pro day comments reflect an underdog mentality and a strong desire to compete and prove himself. His dedicated preparation for the event, rigorous training, and diet suggest a professional work ethic crucial for maximizing his potential. And we're going to get into that a little bit later, probably on the next show. So keep an eye out on that. But again, the type of player that the Lions are going to draft or sign is this type of player. We know that now. Brad Holmes hit us upside the head and told us, I told y'all what I was gonna do. And you know you done effed up, right? You know you done effed up. All right. This was Brad Holmes to everybody at the post-draft press conference. All right. So what are his weaknesses and areas for improvement? Level of competition. The majority of Kenny James's collegiate snaps came at the FCS level, while his single FBS season at UMass was productive. It was primarily against group of 5 of independent opponents. Adjusting to the speed, physicality, and technique of NFL quarterbacks week in and week out represents a significant hurdle. Route running, polish. Despite flashes, general scouting suggests he may lack overall polish as a route runner. An anecdotal report noted struggles generating consistent separation against man coverage. He needs to refine his technique to leverage his athleticism effectively against NFL defenders. Play speed versus time speed. This is a big one. A fan scouting report mentioned that his game speed on highlights didn't always appear to match his elite time speed. While purely observational, it is a factor coaches will evaluate closely in camp, ensuring his 4.37 speed translates consistently to the field. Blocking. Okay. So I said something about blocking earlier, but that's obviously before I read that he was 6 foot and 191 pounds. So this appears to be a key area for development. While Kenny James expressed willingness to block and showed effort in limited game observation, analysis suggests blocking is not currently a strength. Given its importance in the Lions' offensive scheme, significant improvement is necessary. Size and physicality. At 6 foot to 6'1" and around 195 pounds, he possesses adequate but not dominant size. He could face challenges against larger press corners and needs to demonstrate consistent play strength at the catch point. His 17 bench press reps offer some indication of functional strength, but on-field physicality remains a question. Consistency. While he led UMass statistically, some games saw lower production, proving he can be a reliable contributor on a down-to-down basis against NFL talent is essential. So what is the fit with the Lions? It says current wide receiver landscape. The Lions boast a strong top end of their wide receiver depth chart. Entering 2025, Amon-Ra St. Brown is an established all-pro, operating primarily from the slot and intermediate areas. Jameson Williams emerged in 2024 with his first 1,000-yard season, solidifying his role as the primary deep threat and outside receiver. Veteran Khalif Raymond provides reliable depth and serves as the primary return specialist. Competition for depth spots is significant. Tim Patrick, the wide receiver 3 in 2024, valued for his blocking, is an unrestricted free agent, but could return. He already did return, so my scouting department was a little bit off on that one. The Lions also invested draft capital in the position in 2025, selecting Isaac Tesla in round 3 and Dominic Levitt round 7. Kenny James will also compete with fellow UDFA Jackson Meeks from Syracuse. Shout out nephew Jackson Meeks. Realistically, Kenny James is battling for a potential wide receiver 5 or wide receiver 6 role, or more likely a spot on the practice squad. Scheme fit. We don't particularly know. Obviously, the last scheme that we had was from Osama bin Johnson, so his scheme fit is going to be different from Johnny Morton's scheme fit. We don't really know exactly what Johnny Morton's scheme will be. We just know he's going to run the ball and he loves the deep ball and he loves the big play. So we'll see what happens there. His most significant hurdle regarding scheme fit is blocking. While he has expressed willingness, developing into a consistently effective blocker is paramount to earning offensive snaps, particularly on early downs when the run game is a threat. His athleticism might also lend itself to manufactured touches, screens, jet sweeps. If he demonstrates proficiency after the catch, the importance placed on blocking within this specific offense cannot be overstated. and will likely be a major evaluation point for Kenny James, right? So no block, no rock. We know that is the mantra around here. Potential role and path to roster. Initially, Kenny James' most viable path to the 53-man roster likely runs through special teams. His 4.37 speed makes him an ideal candidate for roles like gunner on punt coverage or on kickoff units. Excelling in this phase during training camp and preseason games is crucial for any developmental player vying for a final roster spot, especially in a crowded position group. The Lions have historically found roles for UDFAs who contribute on special teams while developing elsewhere. Offensively, he projects as a developmental outside receiver, needing time to refine his routes and blocking technique. So, this has been your scouting report, your UDFA video for Jacoby Kenny James, wide receiver from UMass. If you like this type of video, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this scouting report from my scouting department, my personal scouting department, who I pay, okay? They get some things wrong sometimes. They work for me. I'm important. No. Some of you probably can guess where my scouting department comes from, but if you can't guess, you can't, and I'm not going to reveal my secrets. So yeah, this is my personal scouting department. They work for me. I'm the boss, right? Like Ricky Rose. Wow, my voice just went Ricky Rose. Okay. Anyway, if you like this kind of video, let me know in the comments below. And we will see you guys next time, because the Motor City Cats, we back at it. We came to give you stats, none of that static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic, and we are out of here. Peace. What up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy Motor City Don P here. Listen, if you want to continue keeping your Lions news pragmatic, if you want to keep getting the stats and none of that static, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share and let everybody know what's going on around here. And turn on your notifications, because how else would you know that we're up in here keeping your Lions news pragmatic? Appreciate you once again, and we are out. Peace.